Hey guys, here's another video on the Zoom meeting application. Today I'm going to be going over 6 different things that you should do before you join a meeting just to make sure your settings are correct, your software is up to date, just general things that you should do before you actually start using Zoom. So the big thing to always do is always check for updates because not all the time Zoom will automatically do this. But to do this, you just click on your icon up here and you go down to where it says check for updates. It's that easy. So you just go ahead and click on that. So you can see my version is the 5.4.6 and the latest version is 5.4.7. This is going ahead and automatically update. You can see they made a lot of improvements. So you can see that in the little description here. It's always good to check for updates because sometimes there are bug fixes or camera fixes, general maybe new features. So it's always good to update, especially before you join a new meeting. So we click on update. It's going to close the program and then reopen it here once it gets done updating. But like I said, this is great to do before you join a meeting, just in case if you run into any problems. Hopefully, having the latest version of Zoom, you won't have any issues during your meeting. And you can see how fast it is. I mean, it's already done updating. And like I said, it's supposed to do it automatically, but I find a lot of times when you use Zoom a lot and you always have it open, it doesn't always check. So it's always good just to click on your icon and do check for updates. The next thing is going into your settings icon, and then we're on the general tab. And there's a couple things that we want to look in here. I'm just going to tell you, we're going to go over some features. Most of them are going to be enabled by default, but sometimes they might not be. So you always want to just double check. So the first thing is going to be ask me to confirm when I leave a meeting. This is kind of a safety thing, just in case if you leave a meeting, it's going to ask you again before you completely get out of that meeting. So that's good to have checked. Show my connection time. You can have that enabled. I like this feature because it shows me how long I've been in the meeting. Um, Remind me 5 minutes before my upcoming meetings. And this is very important if you use Zoom a lot and you have a lot of meetings. If you don't need to check this, but this is great if you know, hey, I got a meeting in 5 minutes, I got to end this one. So it's good to have that kind of reminder if it's scheduled within Zoom. So that's good to have. All right. And the next tab we're going to look at is the video tab. I have my camera off right now, but you would obviously choose your camera, and then I like to enable HD. Now what this does is it gives your camera a better resolution and better quality video feed from here to the person that you're meeting with. So it's always good to enable that HD. As long as your camera is HD compatible, you have that option, and go ahead and check on that. And you can see there's some other settings here. Touch up my appearance. That might be good for you, might not be. Adjust for low light. Different things that you might need to just check on, check off to see if it's something that it's good for you. But something that's very important is turn off my video when joining a meeting. Now, why this is important? Because what happens if you accidentally click on join the meeting and you jump right in and your camera's on, your mic's on, and everyone can see what's going on. And if you need a couple minutes to kind of straighten up your area, maybe you fix your hair, things of that nature. So that's why I always like turning off my video completely off when joining the meeting. Then once I get into the meeting, then I just click on start my video and then boom, done. Now, if you don't really care and you know you're always ready, then you can always obviously check that off. But I like having it turned off and then join the meeting, then enable that. So that's it for the video tab. Now we're going to go to the audio tab. And here you can see I'm on the correct microphone here, but you can change your speaker output here, your mic input here. So that's always good to have handy. And you can also test those to see if they work. And then suppress background noise. This is a newer feature that they just added not too long ago. And this seems great if you have dogs, maybe kids in the background. If you set this to auto, hopefully it'll help. If you find that it doesn't help and you have a lot of issues, then try to go to high and see if that helps. And again, for the video area, we're going to see mute my microphone when joining a meeting. I'm going to go ahead and check that because, like I said, I go back to maybe you're not ready, or let's just get into the meeting first and then let's enable my microphone, talk to them, and then enable my video feed to make sure I'm in the right meeting and there's not going to be any uh, mishaps happening. So that's why I like just mute everything, turn off camera, everything, then join the meeting, then enable those things. So go ahead and mute that as well. Share screen. In here, we want to just make sure silence system notifications is turned on, because when you're doing a share my screen within Zoom, you don't want to have these notifications popping up, especially if you have Outlook open and you got emails coming in or whatever it might be. You just want to make sure that's enabled to silence those annoying notifications that might come in. Now the chat area, I like to enable keep all unread messages at the top, because that means I haven't read if someone sends me a message, and also show unread messages with this badge icon so you see that you have some messages that need to be read. So those are the two options in here. Then background and filters, you can actually set up a virtual background behind your screen if you want to, but you don't need to do that. Recording, you can actually, if you record the meeting, you can actually set it to a particular location. And that's really about it, you guys. The rest are just, keyboard shortcuts. So if you want to, I know some quick shortcuts to switch the cameras or anything, you can do that from here. And the accessibility, if the font is too small, or whatever it might be, you can always, change that here. So these are some great options. So like I said, some of these options might be great for you, but these are some of the options that I use on a daily basis that I find that help me during meetings. So it's definitely something to look at. And just to show you real quick, to join a meeting, you could just simply click join, put in the meeting ID, hit join, and it'll ask you for your password after this to get into that meeting. Or if you need to create a new meeting, you just simply hit new meeting. And like I said, when I'm in the meeting, when you join in, you can see my video is stopped, my mic is muted, so you can just simply click mute mic and start video feed. So you can see it's that simple just to turn those things on. It just helps you so you are prepared to, as soon as you click that start video, you know they're going to be watching you. So make sure your hair is fine, whatever else, your desk is clean. And then we can do participants. I'm going to join with audio. And we can get participants, and then we can invite and copy the invitation, and then now we can send this off to someone in an email, and then they can join our meeting right away. So you just send them this link, and that's their meeting ID and password in case they need it. But as long as they have that link, then they're usually pretty good. But that's it, you guys. That's the 6 things that I would do before joining any kind of Zoom meeting. Hope this was helpful. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you.